What's up, New Jerseyans? Welcome to episode 2 of the New Jersey Nonsense Podcast. It's me again. I'm your host, Joe, and I also got our other host,
Paul.
There he is. He's on time.
We're doing the thing, man. We're doing it, episode 2.
Episode 2. We're 2 episodes in, man. I'm so glad to have all you guys back with us, listening to us, chiming in on everything. You guys have really been helping out on all the socials. I can't appreciate you guys enough.
And don't stop helping. We really need all the help we can get. We appreciate it.
You guys are the fuel to the fire.
I mean, we New Jerseyans, we stick together, don't we? You know?
I think a little too much. But there are topics that we don't stick together with.
I was gonna let you expand on that, but I was like, okay.
I had to throw the compliment out there first before I brought in the mayhem, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I understand. That's like the whole with all due respect thing, you know? It's the curveball. Yeah, no, it's interesting though. You're right though. It's like New Jerseyans will show up when you least expect it.
Yes.
But sometimes when you need them to, they don't always. It's a very interesting culture we have here. A very strange dynamic in the population.
Right.
And I think that's because there's this divide in the state that's kind of unspoken yet very spoken about, and that's the divide of the North and South Jerseyans.
And does Central Jersey exist?
I'm gonna, you know what?
Cue that one show that I can't think of where it's like the unexplainable show. I can't. Damn it! I fucked it up. Whatever.
Well, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say yes, Central Jersey exists, but I want to first kind of dive into this amazing history of the North versus South Jersey folks, because the most interesting thing between like if you go to the North, if you go to North Jersey, they're always gonna say you're from the South if you're not from where they are. If you go to South Jersey and you're from north of them, obviously, like they're just gonna say you're North Jersey. Some of them have invisible lines that they've come up with based on the highways and whatnot. But I found this interesting thing that says, found this on the internet, funny enough. So it's got to be true. But
well, if it's on Facebook, it's got to be true.
It's not Facebook, lucky enough. This is even better. It's called differencebetween.net, and they just so happen to have a North versus South Jersey page. That's how important this is to the rest of the world, just so you know.
Yeah, if you're not from Jersey, this is a hard thing to understand, and this is a real, like, someone's really, their blood's going to boil in this conversation.
You know what? It's hard to understand, but they have to listen to it.
Yeah, these are the things that matter in New Jersey.
So I mean, they do matter to these folks. So it says the major differences between South and North Jersey is the cost of living, population density, traffic, high taxes, and real estate costs. North Jersey has mostly hills, low mountains with an expensive living style. People pay higher taxes and have more job opportunities. North Jersey is close to New York City, has more city life, more crowded streets and roads, clogged with motor cars. South Jersey has Philadelphia as its neighbor. I think that's just, you could just end it right there. Yeah. That's the end of the argument. North Jersey's better. But we're not going to go into Philly at all, except for that mention. Malls are full of South Jersey malls are full of people shopping. There are better schools, public transport, larger homes and schools. And when compared to South Jersey, North Jersey is one of the most expensive areas to live in. Southern Jersey is about 30% cheaper. That's substantial for this state.
That's a huge difference. Because I can only imagine that North Jersey, you know, like, because immediately when someone says North Jersey, like, my mind goes right to Bergen and Hudson County.
Oh, for sure.
You know, so like you're talking about your very densely populated areas, as your article is saying. The median house has to be close to 6 or 7. They're probably closer to 7 or 8, 700,000 or 800,000,
without a doubt.
And like, in comparison to my house would easily sell for 600,000 in like Nutley or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no doubt in my mind. And your taxes will be 15,000.
But it's just interesting, the dichotomy between North and South Jersey, because it's like, you know, because North Jersey is closer to New York City and other
right,
other opportunities, they have, you know, a more expensive lifestyle and higher taxes and more opportunity, whereas down south, we both worked down South Jersey for years, you know, like
Yeah,
it's a lot of farmland, a lot of warehouses.
that yeah,
You know
warehouse
what I
is the
mean?
new thing. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. So I mean, but like when
Which
you
is
talk to
terribly
these,
sad.
oh, it's horrible
That's
because
terribly sad because there's so much beautiful farmland, so much natural farmland that like where such a good quality food sources come from is gone
without a doubt,
to make sure
you
your
know,
Amazon packages get to your house on time.
well, that's the wildest thing. It's like, especially South Jersey, we know this firsthand. It's like there are within like a, I think it's an under 5 square mile radius. There's almost like a half a dozen Amazon facilities,
Easily.
and those are just Amazon facilities. There's plenty of other ones in that
Yeah.
area as well. But you know what? I loved working down south there though because I always saw cool wildlife. You know what I mean?
Cool
Birds of
wildlife and
prey.
like some really like some underground food spots. You know, like
Oh, absolutely.
on
Yeah,
some
yeah.
really underground food spots. I forget that. I wanted to give a shout out to one of them down there. I can't remember the name of it. It's been so long since I've been down there. That
Which
place, the place we used to get wings and
the
the wings.
barbecue place,
Yeah,
the Classy Cow.
the classic. Yeah, shout out to the Classy Cow
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That joint's really
in
good.
West Deptford, man. That's a good spot, man.
That's a real, yeah. We used to go there almost every time we were down there, just because we weren't down there, luckily, too much.
Yeah, but when you're
But you know,
down there, it's like Classy Cows for lunch.
well,
No doubt.
it's slim pickings in certain parts of South Jersey. You know what I mean? In the more congested areas, like Burlington in that area has a lot of great food.
Really good food in Burlington. Yeah.
You know, but like the further south you go into, like, you know, Deptford and to those areas, like, you know, it's just everything's so spaced out.
Mm-hmm.
But there are those hidden gems, and there's still some really old school diners in those areas.
Those are the best,
Uh,
man.
those are the absolute best. North Jersey has them too. It's interesting though, like the diners are just totally different, and I think it's just because of the region, and the topography, the history, and everything like
The
that.
menus are different too, because like
Yes.
down in that West Deptford area, they're like that southwest part of Jersey. That's where you'll see the scrapple on the menu. You don't see that.
Yeah.
You don't see that once you get east or like even a half hour north. You don't see scrapple anywhere.
No, like you'll see scrapple and even like grits and stuff down
Yeah.
South Jersey. But like, yeah, the further north Jersey you go, the further north of South Jersey you go, depending on where your imaginary fucking line is. Um,
Where's
you
your
know,
line?
like, bro, I don't, you know.
When you're done with your grits point, I want to know.
I
where
mean,
your
there's no
lines
point
are.
to grits. Grits are bland as fuck.
I hate
Um,
grits, dude.
You know, I mean, that's another argument.
If they're not
for,
soaked in butter and pepper,
bro, you know
what's
what
the
I
point
mean?
of 'em?
Like, as far as a side dish for breakfast, like,
And some shrimp.
okay, shrimp and grits is a totally different thing, and that's an exception to the rule if they're done proper. But like for breakfast, it ain't for me.
If you gotta make that many add-ons to it, your food sucks.
Oh, without a doubt. But
You know,
yeah,
like-
you know,
Like butter and pepper, okay, fine, that's a seasoning. But once you start adding, you have to physically add a protein to it to make it that much better. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your food sucks.
yeah, you're already lost.
Yeah.
But I know there are people though that there is a debate, and we could do this with our breakfast episode. But grits, some people like them sweet, some people like them savory. So some people will do the butter with the black pepper or even some hot sauce. Other folks will do butter with maple syrup.
Isn't that just cream of wheat then?
Well, it's corn, but yeah.
But like cream of wheat's like wicked sweet.
Yeah, no, it is. It's very similar texture, and basically you're turning it into like a cream of wheat. I
Yeah.
agree with you. But yeah, like down south, it's totally different, food wise, because once again, regionally, you're closer to Philadelphia, where Delaware, where those things are massively popular.
Right.
You go further north. I mean, I don't know a major distinction outside of that. But yeah, like just regionally, I don't know where the line is. If it were really up to me to draw a distinction between just north and south, we're just going north and south right now.
Okay.
We're just gonna
north and
we'll-
south.
We'll just put central to the side. I would say the Raritan Bay.
The
So
Raritan
Driscoll
River is
Bridge-
exactly what I would say.
the Driscoll Bridge, follow the Raritan west until you hit the fucking border. That's
The
where I
Driscoll
would call
Bridge,
the line.
Amboy Bridge, whatever the hell you guys want to call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, from Raritan Bay, follow the river until you hit the west border, and that would be the line for north and south, in my opinion.
In my opinion, I gotta agree with you 10,000%.
Just for north and south.
Yeah.
If we, but oh god, if we wanted to go into,
See, I even think that's the line for North and Central.
so where does Central go from there? From the Raritan to what part?
I would say from the Raritan. Now, I'm kind of conflictual about it.
Mm-hmm.
Either make it to Barnegat
Mm-hmm.
or to Manahawkin. Manahawkin's pretty far down there, though.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
The problem with
like to the
with
end
this,
of Ocean County.
Okay, we're gonna have some people like write into us on this because the problem is like, no matter what happens, if us first off, we believe that there's a Central Jersey. We're already the
10,000%.
we're already the outliers here because North and South Jersey's checked out. Fuck Philly.
Fuck.
So you know what? So when it comes down to it, now we're gonna basically be calling like eminent domain on some of North and some of South's territory.
Right.
Like we're gonna create a civil war within this fucking state because
Yes.
there's no way in hell, even if it was proportionate, even if we did it like by the math, people would not want the jurisdictions redrawn of North, Central, and South. So I mean, it's really a battle. I mean, I don't know.
I even know people that are from North Jersey, like up by like Patterson and what's West Patterson now? I forgot. Woodland Park.
Okay.
Now it's Woodland Park, but growing up it was always West Patterson. Right? So it's like one of those things I can't. It's a toxic trait. I can't get rid of it.
Yeah. Dead naming a Jersey town.
I know people from up that area though actually consider like Newark being South Jersey, and I'm
That's
like,
wild.
that's high. That's high up. That's a whole lot of land for South Jersey because like if a civil war ever broke out, North Jersey would never stand a chance.
But okay, but you're talking about the Northeast. You're talking about the urban area. You're not talking about the Northwest with the Alamucci and the mountains, Stanhope, going up that way.
Oh yeah, like High Point and
Yeah, dude, that's some hard.
all by the
terrain there.
Catskills and everything.
Appalachian Catskills, all
God,
that.
this
shit,
state
you
is
know?
massive, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I agree with what I agree with what you're saying as far as like the more congested urban areas would be screwed. But I'll tell you what. Right now, I have friends in North Jersey that bears knock on their doors all the time, and they don't even blink. They're just like, "Damn, that fucking bear is back." You know, they canceled the hunt this year. That bear is back.
God damn it, dude! They gotta stop.
So I mean, you know, and that's the thing. Like too, it's like, yeah, North Jersey, you'll get black bears. You go down South Jersey, it's not that they're non-existent. They are in the South, but the
the
North
deer
offers
population
way
down there
more.
is wild.
What, down south?
Yeah,
Insane.
they got all the fields down there, man. Those deer that is a prime deer territory.
Dude, the coolest thing is when they cut everything down, when they harvest their soybeans and sorghum and stuff like that, there's always byproduct left behind.
Yep.
There's always soybeans left behind. There's produce left behind. And even the husks and shit, I've seen deer overtake. You know, we're talking about farmland, like multiple soccer fields, just mass acres.
Yes.
You know, massive stretches. And there's just deer all over the place eating all the leftover soybeans or corn or whatever's out there.
I seen them like right behind the trailers. You know,
for sure.
Right when those tractors are running, as soon as they plow through that first field of corn, it's like those deer just like, oh yeah, it's feeding time, boys. Let's go.
Dude, it's like the dinner bell. They know exactly.
Yeah, we got to fatten
when,
up because the winter's coming. We got to fatten up a little bit here.
And you know what I love about South Jersey too is all the protected estuaries, which are marshes, you know, saltwater marshes.
Right.
Dude, if you've never spent a day just walking around the marshes, looking at all the little critters in the water, in the tidal pools, like it's just, it's something to behold. At least if you're a big fan of the ocean and the beach and whatnot. Like for children, it's a lot of fun because you could find all sorts of little critters that you could, you know, hermit crabs and things like that.
Yeah, shout out Cape May Brewing because they got it like right there.
Oh, they do some serious good stuff over there. My friend brought me back some brews from there earlier in the summer, and they were out of control.
Yeah, dude, they got a beautiful spot of those marshlands, man. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful down there, dude. It's just a fucking hike. And
Yeah, man.
me personally, it's like I've always been a bigger fan of the mountains and the trees. So like for
Okay.
me, it's like I love North Jersey. I really really
Yeah.
love North Jersey. M- a lot of the times when I'm exploring things, I'm more northwest Jersey than I go South Jersey. But that's also depending on the time of the year. It
Right.
depends what I'm trying to accomplish. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of spots where, okay, well, we're talking north south right now. If we wanted to go, Central Jersey has a lot to offer as well.
It does. I mean, because that's why I like most. That's why I consider it like Central Jersey as like the real New Jersey.
Hmm.
And I loved how many people I just pissed off with this statement.
There's somebody just veins popping, just like I can't fucking believe you just said that.
Because this is my point. Now, this is my point for all you that you're going to try to disagree with me. North Jersey, right? You got the city. You're really just a West New York at that point. Yes, I understand that there is a portion of Union. I don't know if it's Union County. I don't think it's Union County. It's probably Hudson County. That is literally called West New York. You know, you got West New York. You got Union City. You got Gutzenberg. You got like I understand that's literally called West New York, but it just seems like all of that. It's all so influenced by New York City right there.
It's urban, bro.
And then when you travel, you go down 80. You get all the way out there, man. You're Tom Berry, very Pennsylvania influence, very
Yeah.
northeast Pennsylvania influence. You go down
Heavy.
to Southwest Jersey, very, very Philly operated. So fuck Philly. A lot of the farmlands that are down in that area, that southwest part of Pennsylvania. New Hope is a huge representation down there.
Mm-hmm.
For us in Central Jersey, man, like we have the beach 25 minutes, the mountains 25 minutes, the farmlands 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We can get to anywhere. The New York City 35
Yeah.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
It's all at our disposal. People up in the up by the Catskills, up in Essex County can't say that. Monmouth County, Middlesex County, Ocean County, we can all say that.
Well, that's what I was kind of thinking like before, like what I was saying, like I spent a lot of my time up in the woods and the mountains up in northwest Jersey. But the problem that I have is I only do that so often because I miss the ocean and I miss the beach.
Yeah.
So it's
See,
like
I'm more
I
of a beach kid.
eventually I have to come back down to the shore or go
Right.
down south Jersey, depending on depending on how much I want to risk things. But it's interesting though. It's like the north south thing. Once again, we're going to negate central for a second. I would really love to hear some feedback from our viewers and listeners out there, though. Like, what do you consider? Where's the line? Like, where's North Jersey? Where's
Yeah, I
South
gotta know that.
Jersey? Because I think
And you got to kind of mention what county you're from. If you're going to say where your line is, just don't mention your town. Don't give away that much information about yourself. If you could put your county, so we could kind of target. Like I want to see like if someone from like Atlantic County is saying that their North Jersey line is, let's say, Tom's River.
Mm-hmm.
Anything above Tom's River is North Jersey. That's a huge gap in itself too. That gives North Jersey a whole lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
I would
it's-
say if you're gonna write into us, tell us your county, tell us whether you consider yourself north, central, or south,
Yes.
and then just for shits and giggles, you could tell us Taylor Hammer pork roll.
Oh my God, here we go.
I know we're not gonna go into it. I'm just saying I think just for shits and giggles because we're gonna run the numbers. I want to see.
Yeah,
some
right. You
things.
got your Taylor Ham territories and you got your pork roll territories. That's how some
yeah.
people would divide their line.
Yeah,
But-
so I'm curious. I'm curious if the numbers bear that out. Like if we could actually see that. So if you're gonna write into us on the debate of North and South or the existence of Central New Jersey, tell us your county. Tell us whether you think you're North, South, or Central. Make your argument and also tell us Taylor Hammer pork roll.
Yeah, please.
Just so we could bear out the numbers. I think this is great though, but this difference between us.net article on North or South Jersey. This is highlighted, which makes it so much better. It says the difference between North and South Jersey folks is that Northerners are stereotypical, honest, and busy with no time to meet and greet, whereas Southerns have a polite behavior but hidden sarcasm. Southerners usually have different meanings hidden behind their words, and the subtleties of the Southern language is hard to understand. That's why we call it North Pennsylvania. Northerners use honest and direct speech, and they generally speak faster with open sarcasm and curse frequently. Well, I'm definitely guilty of that. So I guess am I
Raise your hand,
representing the
people.
North? Am I representing the North now? And then it says the culture of the North in comparison to the South in many ways is harder to adapt to due to conversation moves. The Northern culture depicts honesty and efficiency, unlike the Southern, which is more like living in a spy novel where everyone speaks in a code or an alien language.
Oh, shots fired.
Shots fired. Now, well, these are not my opinions.
No, they were
I was
Paul's. Get
reading-
him. Get him.
I'm reading these. I think it's really funny though, because like, you know, the reason why there is the joke of South Jersey being called North Pennsylvania is because when you go down there, it's almost like when you're in like northern Florida, like the twang and the Southern in their voice. You're like, this is like, we're still in Jersey, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a different world. And obviously, the further south out of Jersey you go, people definitely have their accents and their dialects, but they are slower. They speak a lot slower.
Yeah.
And, you know, they'll say things like, bless your heart. Where you do that shit up north, like, someone's going to throw down with you. They know what that shit is.
Yeah,
like, they
yeah.
know that's an insult.
You're not sliding one past me there.
But I guess I'm also making the point about the Northerners being honest and using direct speech. Like, if I don't appreciate you saying bless your heart as a Northerner, or at least more closely representing the Northern culture, I would just say, go fuck yourself.
You know what? And that was in my head too. Is like, if someone ever were to say, oh, bless your heart, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck yourself too.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
like,
because that's what it is.
Just come
It's a
out and
jab.
say it, you know?
Yeah, it's a passive aggressive kind of polite jab. And I guess that's part of the culture of Southern Jersey. Anybody watching, listening from Southern Jersey, please chime in. We'll have to get someone to interpret it for us, since we don't speak swine. But we'll do our best to fucking see if we can understand your arguments, and then we'll see if we can. And then we'll see. We'll see if we can get some of our listeners and, you know, people watching from North Jersey to chime in and let us know what they think. But
oh man, imagine if we find our top I don't want to say contender. I guess our top fans in North Jersey and our top fan in South Jersey, and just let them go at it for a whole episode, dude.
Just put a panel together and just have them debate things.
Just let them rip at it, and we're just gonna be reffing it from the sidelines.
Well, it's funny because some of these arguments, I mean, in North and South, pork roll, Taylor ham, like both of those in particular, I believe have made it to the court system. Because that's how passionate people were about these causes.
Yeah, I know a lot of people aren't gonna really care for it, but I know Governor Murphy actually did come out and say there is a Central Jersey.
I mean, a lot of people are just gonna, yeah. Like,
A lot of people are gonna brush that one off like it has no weight whatsoever. But it was said by a governor.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Who's
But,
not?
you
I don't
know,
even think he's originally from New Jersey. So
no, like that's why I just disregard everything that dude says.
can you imagine the respect someone would get as a governor that like actually grew up in New Jersey? I think that
Maybe.
should be mandatory for governors.
I mean, it's hard to understand Jersey unless you've been. I don't want to say you have to be born here, because technically I was not born in Jersey. Actually, literally, I
that's
wasn't
fair.
born in Jersey. I was born in Brooklyn. But I've
Where
been out here
Brooklyn
since
at?
I've been out here since I was 3 or 4, so
Yeah.
long enough. But I agree with you though. I think if you're going to understand the culture, the industry, the people, the constituents of New Jersey, it's one of the most heavily populated states, heavily congested too. We're all packed into certain areas,
Right.
and each of those areas have their own mini culture within them. You can't talk to the people in Northwest Jersey the same way you can down in Asbury Park.
Yeah. No way.
The same way you can down in Deptford.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're talking massive differences in culture and lifestyle. We have everything. We have the white collar, the blue collar. We have all the, not all of it, but we have a lot of innovative technologies and businesses and stuff in this country, both north and south. I
Right.
mean, east and west, the city's right there. So it's just really wild that we don't have people in our government or a governor who is from the state.
But you know what? It's just that north. That's why I do consider there is a central Jersey. It's just the fact that it's like 3 states in one, New Jersey.
Yes, absolutely.
As much it only takes 3 hours to drive from north to like the absolute first exit from north to the last exit in south. It's like a 3 hour drive. Fair enough, right? In that 3 hour drive, you're driving. It feels like you're driving through 4 states,
Hell yeah, it does.
just based off of your scenery.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you're going to do the Parkway route, which God bless you, because you're going to get caught in the 140s, right in Union.
Yeah.
You're going to get caught in
Yeah.
that traffic, and then you're going to, you know, I don't know, before or after that, when you see that massive cemetery in the Oranges.
Well, I think there's a lot of validity what you're saying too, as far as Central Jersey always existing. If we go back to the original people, the Lenape, the
Lenape.
Lenapehoe King. Yeah, if you go back to the Lenape, what's really interesting is they had, I guess how would you call them? There was 3 groups of Lenape. Like they had their own designations. So there
Right.
was the turtle, the wolf, and the turkey. So like they would share resources and make sure there wasn't any incest going on, like genetics wise. They would use these groups to separate themselves within their territory.
Right.
So even back then, it was divided, you know, in pretty much what we could say is like 3 territories. But then again, the borders were different. It wasn't just New Jersey. They leaked over into New York and
Right. Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying though? It's like there's validity to it being divided by 3.
Yeah.
And I don't. But the problem is that you're always gonna piss somebody off. I
Which
mean,
is fine.
It's Jersey, right? Like yeah, not everybody's always gonna be happy. And if you start changing the lines and just declaring, like, like this guy comes in, he gets voted in as governor, he just declares there is a Central Jersey, and all these North and South people are like, bro, you're not even from here. You don't get to talk.
Yeah, you lost our vote, you bastard.
And even though just to, I mean, so what are oh God, this could go a different way, but like, would there be other, I don't want to say consequences, but there would obviously be, like, if we were to actually create, like what does it fucking matter? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like we're redrawing district lines here for education and shit. Like, this is just a strict, like, is there a north? Is there a south? Like, do other states do this? Or is it just like a fucking Jersey thing?
That's a good point.
Because I'm getting annoyed at the idea that
The only other state I can think that does this is New York. Is like what's upstate.
Okay, that's a weird one too, but I don't even want to go into
I don't even
that.
want to go into that either.
Yeah, I love New York State though. Shout out New York State.
Yeah, shout out New York State, but except for that dude from PETA that keeps killing our bear hunts.
Oh well, dude, I got nothing to say. You know what I gotta say about that? My buddy gifted me some black bear. It's in my freezer right now.
That's some greasy meat there, kid.
I mean, you know what? I've had it quite a few times, and yes, you do have to treat it properly. But
Yeah.
when it's done right, dude, it is fantastic. I don't care what anybody.
I know there was a diner up in North Jersey. I want to say it was called the TikTok Diner.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they had bear meat and they had bison meat and stuff like that.
Well, there's a great spot up North Jersey, up in Stanhope. Beautiful little, historical town up there,
Yeah.
North Jersey, right off the Muskie River. And
Is that the one that has that massive that water wheel?
yes.
Okay, yeah, I've been there. Cool little
You
town.
know, Oh, dude, without a doubt. And there's a really old German restaurant there, the Black Forest,
Hmm.
and they do game dinners there.
Oh wow.
So you can go there. I think they do them fairly often. Like if you look them up and they'll have game dinners there where you can get stuff like that. And that's the wild thing though. It's like in Jersey you could eat bear, you could eat wild game, or you could have processed everything. You could eat vegan in New Jersey, if you want to.
Yeah.
If you want to subject
I
yourself
love
to
the
it, you can.
you threw
Yes.
into
I mean,
it.
we're the Garden State. We welcome the vegans, but
Yeah,
we
that
also
garden
have.
part is starting to disappear and start to become the
I,
warehouse state. But it's
it is becoming the warehouse state. But you know
what are you gonna do when we have all the ports? You know, like how can you
yeah.
blame the how can you not how can you blame the industry? You can't.
Well, you know what? Luckily,
You got to blame us for not keeping the farmers' business alive.
I think we're fortunate that about I would dare say 20 to maybe 30% of the state. We're talking like northwest ish, west and northwest. They can't build warehouses up
No,
there.
they can't.
So I mean, like at least in that regard. Plus, but we do have a lot of federally protected land.
Yes,
And I mean, I don't know if this would fall under Central New Jersey, but Sandy Hook is federally protected.
that's definitely Central Jersey.
Right. I'll
That's
stand
ours.
with that. Absolutely.
That's ours.
but like the estuaries down south, those are federally protected. We have I don't even know how many state parks we have, but we have
Well,
a
Liberty
lot of
State Park
parks.
is federally protected too.
Oh, what, that's Jersey City?
Yeah, in
Over
Jersey
there?
City, Liberty State
Yeah,
Park,
yeah.
because they wanted to put condos up there forever, but they
Yeah.
never proved it. But they said the conditions of the land is perfect for a rare species of turtles. So
Well, protect the turtles.
so they're like, yeah, you can't fucking build here. And I think it's just a way that the state is telling developers enough is enough. Like you're not going to take over the state park. You're not going to build around the state park and inherently ruining the state park in itself because all the garbage is going to overflow into there.
Well, that's a mess. See that, and that's a huge difference between North and South Jersey too. But once again, we're gonna go to extremes here to a degree. Is the people that live in the more rural areas typically, going out on a limb here, typically stereotypically will take care of those areas better.
Yeah,
The more
that's fair.
urban the areas, the more traffic that's coming in and out, commuter traffic, things like that, congestion and whatnot. That causes a lot of problems with like just destroying the surrounding. Even though you could go in those areas and still find fucking viable fruit trees growing. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
right.
Like in these horrific urban environments. I don't recommend anybody eat that unless you're in dire stress, just because it's probably absorbing all the toxins and heavy metals from all the exhaust and stuff.
Yeah, because
But
I remember there was talks like that in Hoboken. Like they wanted to start
Mhm.
they wanted to plant like apple trees, orange obviously orange trees weren't flourish here in New Jersey. Different kinds of fruit trees like pretty much throughout the street. I guess that was in a way to try to help the people who are struggling and help the homeless and whatnot, so they have something edible to eat. But it's like the amount of emissions that's going to be in that one fruit, all those nutrients are washed out.
yeah,
So it's like,
I don't recommend urban foraging unless we're talking about dumpster diving.
Yeah.
But that's a massive difference though right there between the urban parts of New Jersey and the more rural parts is the homeless populations.
right.
And this is a massive issue that we can get into on a different thing. I'm not going to dive into it, and it's a deep issue that like we're the nonsense podcast. We're going to have fun. But the
Yep.
big disparity I'm saying is that like, in the more urban congested areas, there's more resources for people that are experiencing homelessness. And down south, it's all farmland. What are you gonna fight the fucking coyotes for some roadkill?
Well, I mean, hey, if I don't know, man, if I were homeless, if I would be in North or South Jersey. I mean, South Jersey you can disappear into the Pinelands.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, you're probably going to get eaten by the devil, but
Oh yeah, the good old Jersey Devil. At least the South got that going for them.
maybe that's who's
Yeah.
protecting all that.
Yeah.
If he was
Anybody
doing
for-
his job, he wouldn't have as many warehouses.
Yeah, any viewers or listeners from South Jersey, please let
Give
us
us
know
your
what you
best
think
Jersey
about
Devil
that.
story.
Yes, and please just allow for us to interpret whatever you send to us before we respond.
Yeah, absolutely.
A bunch of slack-jawed yokels down
Or
there.
being patient and just curse us out. That's fine too.
Yeah, they could do that. Because listen, we're gonna be Northerners to them no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna sit here and patronize to the Southern Jersey people. They could just come at us the way we go at them. That's fine. I got nothing against them. I love South Jersey, especially the beaches and stuff, and the whole Jersey Shore is fantastic. Oh, so I'm looking at a map of Jersey right now. I mean, it's an old fucking map.
Yeah.
The line between North and South Jersey. This is another one of those fucking articles. The different the, the difference between North and South Jersey is so great that we can't even agree on the correct borders. So the line between North and South Jersey is determined by where you grew up and if you consider Central Jersey to be a real thing. There's no true border that we could all agree on.
Yeah, there's no way, dude.
Well, you know what? Then I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, Joe, because this has been a great episode so far. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say we're gonna figure this out.
Yeah, it'll be in
The
the
New
merch.
Jersey Nonsense Podcast. We're gonna call the New Jerseyans. We're calling them out. We need to know and settle this once and for all. Where are the fucking lines? Does Central Jersey exist? We're gonna figure this out.
Yes. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna be the pioneers of this.
Yeah, I mean, there is nothing.
We're not gonna
gain
we're not gonna
from this
Christopher
battle.
Columbus this. But we are going to pioneer it.
I mean,
We're not stealing anyone's ideas here.
no, by no means are we stealing anybody's
We
ideas.
should just
And then
yeah, we should plant flags. That's what we should do.
that would be. Oh my god, could you imagine? We'll
Find-
do like a scavenger type hunt or those cache things, those
Dude,
geocaches.
just like plant a flag somewhere like Central Jersey starts here, Central Jersey ends here, and just put the two flags.
And then just drop coordinates or pins and just see if people could find them. Oh, that'd be so freaking great. The funny thing, it's just the thing. It's like no one's ever going to agree on anything.
That's Jersey for you.
Well, because the problem is even if they agreed on the lines, we wouldn't be able to agree on how to pronounce certain words, like water,
What?
or coffee,
Coffee.
or going to the mall. Right? You know what I mean? Like you got people that say wooder, they say coffee, shit like that. Like these Neanderthals that don't know how to speak. Yeah. You know?
Dude, you're really taking it at South Jersey so bad, dude.
Well, because I know they're gonna shit all over us because we're North. We're gonna be considered North. So I'm just
Yeah, we
going
are
at 'em.
definitely gonna be considered North.
Because you know what, I've hung out with enough North Jersey folks to where they don't bring it up, but South Jersey folks, they bring that shit up all the time.
I feel like it's North Jersey that brings it up a lot more, man. Because I think a lot of
Well, we
I
can
think
agree to
it's
disagree.
probably no, it's probably my fault actually. That's probably why it happened so much. Because like when someone's like, oh well, down by you in South Jersey, I'm like Central Jersey, and like and kind of just continue what I'm doing, and it's just like that momentary of silence, and it's like, we having this conversation or what? Who wants what? Who wants it? Like, who wants to smoke, dude? I'm ready for it. So it's definitely me.
I'm definitely gonna ask my buddy. Like I'm going to hang out with one of my buddies from the Union School. We're gonna do a camping trip next month, and probably up North Jersey. And I'm gonna ask a couple of those guys when we go out there for the camping trip. I'm gonna be like, "Do you guys believe in a Central Jersey?" We'll see if we get in a fight.
Oh yeah,
Fighting
right around the campfire.
Just there is a Central Jersey. Just throwing fists, whiskey drunk.
Throwing like flaming marshmallows at each other.
But this is what I was gonna say before, though. Even if people came to a consensus and they said this is North, this is South, like even if they shook hands and said that's the line, we would still be battling over other cultural aspects, in particular, the different accents.
Yes.
The different language, the slang,
Mhm.
the terminologies for things. Like we already touched base on pork roll, and not the other version. And then, but also like subs and hoagies.
And the hero.
And the hero, where do grinders come in?
Oh no.
Hoagies and grinders, hoagies and grinders, navy beans, navy beans.
I feel like the only reason I know hoagies is because of Wawa.
No, I remember. Well, I remember growing up, there was a sub shop in Saraville that called them hoagies.
Right.
But every other joint around here called them subs. But every now and again, depending on like you go to New York or up to like Connecticut, those areas, like I believe that's where they called them grinders.
I know I got heroes from like Staten Islanders.
And Heroes was a New York thing because my father used to call them Heroes.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's such a short area. And the name, like you, okay, so you know how like chopped cheeses became, we're going to get off the subject for 2 seconds, but it's like chopped cheeses became massively popular over the years. And that's like a New York thing.
Right.
But now everybody does their own version of it with their own ingredients.
It's just a
like,
cheesesteak. Come on.
Bro, I mean, is it even a cheesesteak?
Why? It's meat and cheese.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I thought like some places will use hamburger as opposed to like steak.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I've
steak,
ever had.
you know.
Yeah, I never had it
So
with hamburger.
I'll tell you what, like, well, so this is the thing. If you make a chopped cheese with hamburger, it's basically a patty melt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I listen, I love a chopped cheese, but like culturally, you know, everybody will fight everybody over everything in the Northeast here. New Jersey's no exception to that. I think they even call like ice cream sprinkles different shit in North and South.
That's
right?
fucking Philly, dude. They call them Jimmy's. Those rat bastards are at it again. And it leaked over into South Jersey.
Fucking, you know, the parasitic nature of the Philadelphians.
Yeah.
You know, to corrupt our pristine New Jersey culture with their bullshit.
Now, Pennsylvania, when we're not talking to Pennsylvania.
No, we're not talking about Pennsylvania. We're
talking
about
to Philly.
Philadelphia.
We're talking to Philly, and you know what? Fuck it. We're talking to Camden too.
Yeah, right.
Because when you go to Susquehanna Bank Center to go see your favorite bands, they say, "Hello, Philadelphia." You might as well be Philly, dude.
Unbelievable. And
You're
that's
just
where,
far
like,
east Philly.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like the further. So like, okay, we agreed on the lines. Now you're gonna have your Jets, your Giants, your Eagles fans.
Right.
You know what I mean? Your pork roll, your Taylor ham, your Jimmy's and fucking sprinkles.
Bastards, dude.
I don't know what else
Jimmy's
anybody
ones really
told me.
gets me, dude.
You know what? I do remember hearing that growing up, depending on where I went. I don't know. It's like, do they call soda pop?
I don't think so. I don't think that's not even in this hemisphere.
Oh, thank God. No, that's for those primates in the Midwest.
That hole in the country.
Oh my gosh, cheese curd country.
And
With
who
a
just
soda
eats
pop.
curds?
I mean, they're delicious, but I understand why those people are the size they are. If you're just eating fucking cheese curds and drinking soda pop.
No. The Canadians did it right with poutine.
Poutine's fantastic.
By curds, it's a completely different topic.
Yeah, well, no, they're just eating fried cheese curds. Like this, that's like their state, you know, dish over there is just fried cheese curds. Do we have anything like that? Well, okay, shit.
Disco fries.
Bro, we're shitting all over their fried cheese curds. Mozzarella sticks.
Come on, Paul.
Is there a difference? I'm not saying they're the same.
No, because they are.
But they are essentially the same. But okay.
But mozzarella is so much better than curds.
Mozzarella sticks with some hot marinara on the side. Fuck your cheese curds. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't top that. I'm sorry, you can't.
Cheese curds and gravy is its own thing. It's fantastic.
Right.
But I guess I'm always going to be impartial to.
Because we do it with disco fries. We just have like
Yes, disco fries.
We have our own twist to the poutine.
Old school diner stuff there, disco fries. Do people still sell disco fries?
Yes. And
That's
I get them frequently at diners, dude.
Well, that's the only place I ever got them. And 2 of the oldest diners in the area shut down years ago. And they're just not as close as I mean, honestly, they used to be able to throw a rock.
I think that would be a good way to break down north. I don't know. Like, I don't think I've ever got any South Jersey listeners. If I say disco fries, what does that mean to you? Because that feels like a North Jersey food.
Really?
if we were gonna
I'm not
start
saying it isn't. I'm just curious.
if we were gonna start plotting meals, right?
Uh huh.
I'm definitely putting disco fries in North Jersey.
I would definitely say north of us, but where I don't know. I don't know where disco fries. Let's see if that's a North or South Jersey.
Yeah, if
thing,
we're gonna
because-
start plotting foods, right? I'm definitely putting disco fries in North Jersey.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
I don't think anyone does a burger better than Central Jersey.
Wow. It's a Jersey diner staple that originated as a late night snack of club goers in the 70s and 80s. That's what my mother would say. She goes after they'd go to the disco, they'd go to the diner and have disco fries but where?
But did it just say North Jersey or New Jersey?
It just said New Jersey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
I mean, it's a diner thing, so it probably spread pretty quick, but hold on. Oh,
Hold on, we
got it.
some activity.
We got it.
we got a plotter.
Also called gravy or diner fries, the TikTok Diner in Clifton.
That
New
was the one.
Jersey.
That was the one that sells the bear and the.
Yep,
Bison
that's the
burger.
one you were talking about. Gets credit for inventing disco fries. Bro, yes.
Cheers to the
Let's
TikTok
give it up.
Diner, man.
TikTok Diner in Clifton. Absolutely.
Shout out
We're
TikTok
gonna-
Diner. You're inviting us over for some free disco fries because we just shouted you out like that. And
Yeah,
thank
absolutely.
you. Thank you for inviting the disco fries. You're a true American hero.
Yeah, dude. I knew they were a diner thing. I didn't know that, and I think I vaguely knew that they were a Jersey thing, but I didn't know that.
I honestly
it was
didn't know
that
they were a
deep
Jersey
in the-
thing like that. I honestly didn't even know that.
No, I just knew like everywhere we went to diners, like if we were coming home late from a baseball game or something or a concert or some shit, we always stopped at a diner and someone usually got disco fries or
And
you know-
everyone's putting their fork in it.
yeah, exactly. So oh, this is fantastic. They're still open. It looks like they're still cranking out some fantastic food. Well, Joe, I think we're gonna take a road trip.
I'm all for it, brother. I'm all for a good diner, man.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I remember ducking out of work just to find good diners and like disappearing for like an hour or two. Yeah, have myself a nice big breakfast at a diner, just talk to locals, have some good coffee. You know what I love about a diner in New Jersey? They put the fucking pot of coffee on the table.
Yes.
Or they'll ask you, you know, you want me to leave the pot?
Yes.
Oh, there were
dude.
there were nights I remember as a teenager and back when we started driving and stuff, you could still smoke indoors. Going to the diner, sitting in the smoking section and going through gallons of coffee and cigarettes like the fucking goth kids on South Park, you know? and just like, you know, just burning the midnight oil, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
After a
man.
show at the Birch Hill or something.
Yeah,
so many
I love
great
the bar.
memories.
I love the bar seating for diners. Like if I'm by
Yes.
myself or with another person, I'm sitting there
Yeah.
because that's
yeah,
where you
for
get
sure.
the best service.
Yeah, me and our buddy Ryan, would go to diners all the time. And we always sat at the
Ryan,
counter.
yeah, Ryan was always a diner guy.
Oh, bro, me and Ryan got so many breakfasts at diners because we both love breakfast so much.
And diner breakfast, man, nothing like it, dude. You know, you get your omelet, you get your potatoes, you get your 2 pieces of toast. I'm a rye toast guy. I don't know about you.
See, I think the diners are the things that could keep North and South Jersey together. You know what I mean?
I think
Like,
that's what keeps Jersey together because I feel like when I remember like I visited some of my buddies like back in college out in like Kutztown, and they were like, yeah, let's go to the diner, and I'm like, you guys have fucking diners? Like I thought diners was a Jersey, like that was something that leaked over, you know?
Yeah.
Because like
And a lot of the times out of state, the diners are trying to replicate what we have here.
oh yeah,
Like,
and you know
like
what,
the
like,
aesthetic and everything, you know.
and I feel like when you put it into like a movie aspect, I feel like Grease hit it on the head. You know, you get that white, teal, and red, like leathery, like kind of like
Dude.
seating. Like those are the best kinds of diners, man. Those old
love
50s
those.
diners.
I love them, bro.
There's one place I think it's in New York that like still has like the original Coca-Cola recipe.
Oh wow. Oh, like they did like the soda jerk. They actually like mixed it up. and
Yes,
stuff?
yes.
Oh, dude.
I don't know if
that's
it's in Jersey
gnarly.
or New York. I got to figure that out.
I mean, yeah, there's so much to explore, but I do truly believe that the diners and the food in general would unite North and South Jersey. Now, I know they're not going to agree on everything,
Yeah.
but we could agree that the culture that we share is really awesome and really gives us so much exposure to the things from the past that built the state and the culture, but also like the innovation of the future. Like I'm looking at
Right
this
on.
French toast, bro, with fucking Nutella and bananas, dude.
Oh,
And I
dude,
don't know
that's
about
killer.
you, bro. You know,
That's a combo. That's a
I'm a
combo.
French, yeah, I'm a French toast fiend, and I love any chocolate banana combination. But we're talking about Nutella now. We're not talking about chocolate. We're talking about Nutella.
Yeah, but it's
You
not
know?
even hazelnut, so let's not even listen to the
No,
labeling.
I know. I don't want to go. I get it. You know what? Oh man, there's a picture of a turkey club too. You know, that was another thing about Jersey diners. The sandwiches,
Oh, the
joint
triple
around the
decker sandwiches.
bro, the joint around the corner from me. They actually baked all their bread fresh in house,
Oh, outstanding.
and it was such a shame. They obviously like things started to slip towards the end, and eventually they shut it down. And it was replaced with a Wawa and a Starbucks. Fucking fuck me. Because that place there, they still had all the old jukeboxes with more updated music. We were the dickheads that would put like $2 worth of quarters in there and play like, "Do You Believe in Life After Love" by Cher, or we'd rickroll people and just play like one song 10 times over like while we were leaving.
You can catch me in that diner, 2 a.m. after just slamming a couple beers at a nice bar. Of course, I Ubered there or I caught a taxi. I'm a very conscientious person, and I'm jamming to that Celine Dion song as soon as it comes on, dude. A tear might come down my face. We don't know.
Dude, we had so much fun with those jukeboxes. Like when jukeboxes were still a thing. I mean, like, dude, like these seats in the diner were so old. They used to be like white and cream colored, but
Yeah,
because of all the cigarette smoke and tar,
it's like got
they
that
were all
yellow
like
thing to it.
yellow fucking brown seats, you know? It was such a shame though, just because like you any late night expenditure, like you went out there, you were doing things, you were making moves, you came back local to that diner late night,
Yep,
everybody was there. You always ran into people there.
always.
A lot of my friends I grew up with from like grammar school worked there. So I would always go in there and they'd be working a late night shift. They'd be able to hang out with me, sneak out back, toke jail, you know what I mean, do a thing.
Yes,
And
sir.
and just like there was a unique culture to it. So I love the idea that that the diner can unite us.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be when you think of New Jersey and the staples of New Jersey. Diner's got to be number one.
Oh, without a doubt. Well,
Well,
see, I
shout out
think
to
okay.
Brunswick Bowling too, because bowling was invented in New Jersey.
Did you just look that up?
No,
Is that a real thing?
I think that's I think that's why they're always called Brunswick.
You're telling me the sport of bowling?
I'm pretty sure it was invented in East Brunswick, New Jersey. Yes.
Are you fucking with me?
No, I'm willing to put like 80% of my life's earnings on that.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm a
Ancient
gambling
Egypt,
man.
3200 BC.
Ah, god damn it.
Says the earliest known forms of bowling date back to ancient Egypt, with wall drawings depicting bowling being found in a royal Egyptian tomb, 3200 BC, with miniature pins and balls in a child's grave in the same years. Those were the earliest forms. So I'm sorry, bro. Oh, and then 1952 in Germany apparently too.
All right, damn it, I was wrong. All right.
Well, you heard it, New Jersey. He said he's giving me 80% or whatever.
80% of my life earnings gone. Have fun with my debt, kid.
Worth it. I'll die on that hill. No. Only was created in Jersey.
I don't care what the internet said. It's wrong. You fake news that.
Don't you realize New Jersey is the center of all things? Like Isaac Newton was fucking wrong. That other jerk off Copernicus, he was fucking wrong. The funniest thing is like I can't wait for people that are out of state to listen to this. Just to be like these fucking arrogant Jersey pricks. Like I can't wait to write into them, and it's like, don't take it so seriously, bub.
Well, see, now I see
We're having
this.
fun here.
Library Lanes, Basking Ridge, New Jersey, 1909 and 1930. The first bowling alley in Basking Ridge was in the... Well, I guess that's just in Basking Ridge.
I mean, that's impressive. 9?
1909, yeah. First duck pin bowling was in Baltimore.
Duck pin.
I don't
Why
know
does
what
that sound familiar?
The origin of the duck pin bowling has been disputed.
Duck pin. Is there another name? Is there another name for that?
I think that's just the kind of pins that we use now.
Shape of the pin?
Yeah, I think it's the pin that we use now.
Oh, that's what we use now. They call it a duck pin. How about that? I guess as opposed to like the stick pins or whatever they call those other ones.
Whatever, man. I know I'm right. I don't care.
Yeah, fuck them.
Who's
New
ancient
Jersey.
Egypt? Just a myth. I'm gonna be toxic New Jerseyan about this one.
Yes.
Nah, I'm right. I don't care what your history books say.
Everybody listening and watching from New Jersey, shout us out with your favorite diners. You know, shoot us
Your
their
diners
links.
and locations, man. We're gonna test them out and put the theory to the test.
We are definitely going to be doing a tour of New Jersey in the spring and summer, possibly into the fall, where we're going to be exploring a lot of your submissions. So we need for you to submit places for us to try out. We're talking grub spots. We're talking breweries, vineyards, distilleries.
Yes.
Yeah, and don't reserve it to just American cuisine either. If you know a good spot for Vietnamese food, I'm there, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
If there's a good Thai spot, let me know, dude.
Dude, the Thai food, I'm all about it, dude. Colombian, like, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Puerto Rican, I want that mofongo. You know what I mean?
Oh, son, what?
Bro, you know what I mean? And we got it. So it's like, I'm asking everybody to do their due diligence, follow our socials, contact us through our socials, and let us know of your favorite local joints so we could start to build our lists for next year, 2024 food tour. New Jersey nonsense. Let's fucking go.
And remember, guys. Wow, you really got me going on that one, dude. I'm all amped up now, dude. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. While you guys are at it, man, tell us where your line is for North, Central, South Jersey. If you don't believe in Central Jersey, you're wrong. If you're from Philly, fuck you.
Absolutely.
And just let us know what is your definitive line. What is North Jersey? What is South Jersey? What is Central Jersey? Does Central Jersey exist? Because we told you right here, right now, it exists.
It exists, yeah.
And we have there's a large community of us that actually believe that this thing is real. So don't even try to put us to the test. I want to see what you think so I can tell you that you're wrong.
Where are the lines?
And someone find out that Brunswick Bowling, like bowling was founded in New Jersey.
East Brunswick, New Jersey.
Someone back me up here. That's all I'm begging of you guys, man. But I can't appreciate you guys hanging out with us yet again, man. You guys are outstanding. You guys do everything right. You guys hit us up on the socials. You tell us exactly what you guys are looking for. So please continue to do all of that. Paul, what else you got for the people?
No, I mean their participation in this is what makes it so great. You know, this is the New Jersey Nonsense Podcast. This isn't the fucking Joe and Paul show here.
For sure.
You know what I mean? We are here to showcase all the things that we love and hate about New Jersey. But we know that we have a lot of passionate viewers out there and people that are following us. We want you guys to actively participate and engage with us. And the ones that have so far, you have been absolute rock stars. We cannot thank you enough.
All right, guys, catch us back. We'll keep you guys updated on when the new episodes will be coming out. Give us some ideas. I'm sure we're gonna have that pork egg and cheese and Terrell ham egg and cheese conversation real soon.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to go pick one or two up. We'll have to hit a local deli and
and do you have it with hash brown or without hash brown? Do you have it on a bagel or do you have it on a roll?
Oh my God, bro, the Belly Buster. We'll have to tell people about the Belly Buster.
Oh, buddy.
We got so much in store for you guys. Thank you for hanging out.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. And again, this is the New Jersey Nonsense Podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Paul.
And thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you guys on the next one.